I'm bored, so let's draw Jessica Jenkins.
So, Jessica. So, Jessica Jenkins. Today I'm just feeling, I don't know, I've been having issues drawing lately. It's not that I can't draw, it's just, I've been off balance. So we're just gonna take this real slow. I'm not gonna draw hands, and it's not gonna be super detailed, just like a refresher. Just nice calm drawing, like a bust. But yeah, Jessica Jenkins is Casper Frey's best friend for my book Camp of the Forbidden, and she's almost not a mother figure, but like somebody who's very maternal towards Jessica while still being friends. I kind of based their friendship off of a lot of my friendships, where we each take turns sometimes just being the more of the adultier adult, and sometimes we act childish, and that's okay. But yeah, Jessica Jenkins is a black girl in a small town, and I really don't want to focus a lot on the negatives for her. I want her to be the popular girl, and she's just very chill, but she will also fully rock your world. But yeah, she's definitely one of my favorite characters. So I'm just gonna continue down, and I definitely do want a full process for this one. We're gonna go through, this is honestly probably going to be a longer video, but I just kind of want to talk about her a little bit. And yeah, so I'm gonna sketch, line art, color, and then highlights. But yeah, so how much do I want to go on the thing? My initial plan for this video, actually let me pull that up, was just kind of like this pose, except it wasn't really working, so I'm gonna go back to a more calm, this is like a sketch of her I was doing for just kind of vibes. I really wanted to focus on her face, and I kind of just wanted to see if the mole here worked, and I decided it just wasn't for her. But yeah, she's very cozy. She definitely is like a really fun character to write, just because she's so interesting. And yeah, a little bit about her is she's a swimmer, so she's really jacked, and she's the tallest of the group. I'm gonna put her in a skirt so I don't have to draw legs. But yeah, actually, actually. We're gonna also do this. It's just gonna be a fairly quick sketch. But yeah. Actually, we're gonna put her in a dress and just kind of stop it here, so I don't have to draw hands. And then when I do this, I normally bring the skirt down a little bit just for a nicer line, so it's not all just straight. Because tangents are not good. But yeah, she okay, 80s cut. I'm gonna kind of put her in like this silhouette. And I'm not gonna worry too much about the dress here. I'm just gonna more worry about like her face and her hair. I wanted her to have like big long hair and very yeah, trying to fix her mouth a little bit. Yeah, it's fine. I'm gonna have to do ears because I want her, she's very girly. She's a girly girl, but yeah, she's super fun to write, and each of my characters are going to go through, do I want to do eyes? Oh. They're each gonna go through character development. I really don't want to do we're gonna have to do eyes. Okay. Give me a second here, and I'm just gonna plan this out. Please work. Oh. Okay. Maybe if I add eyebrows. I'm not gonna worry too much about how nice it is. I'm just gonna kind of do what I gotta. And I'm just gonna go really simple on the eyes. And also I gotta give her lashes because I think that just looks better. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that works. We're just gonna kind of, yeah, sometimes you just have to like finish something out, as the wise words of Bob Ross. Happy little accidents sometimes make really good stuff. It's paraphrased, but my erasers, they're running. But yeah, sometimes you just have to really work on stuff. And I definitely, there's a lady I see around town sometimes with really long, like braided hair, and she's so pretty, and I wanted her to have it. I wanted Jess to have it, so we're just I'm just gonna but yeah, so we're just gonna, and she's very like a medical girl to me, and the cutesy kind of that vibe. And then we're gonna, okay, and then we're also gonna tink 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 tink. And for this one, I want her to have a lot of bows, so I'm gonna block out this hair. Tink 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 tink. Okay, yeah, there we go. So we're just gonna kind of follow with the braid. I'm just gonna go really, really simple braids for this because it's, yeah. It's kind of simple. Just gonna kind of, like, really simple, and then we'll just add. Normally for braids, I do like a heart down, but I just don't have energy for that today. Yeah, so we're just gonna kind of fake it. Now, a little bit about her appearance is, as I've already said, she's black, and she also really likes the color pink. And she has little pink streaks in her hair. And she likes to put her hair in those like the bands that go on braids. She really loves those, and she switches them out sometimes. And yeah, so I'm gonna quick, and the bows are supposed to be pink, but I'm not gonna do like full bows because I just don't have math right now. But yeah, there's kind of her. Actually, yeah, that collarbone. This is gonna be really simple. I'm gonna try to work on a more detailed version of like something else, just like help me get back into the groove. And I'm honestly not gonna post that just so it's not as much pressure, because I think the main issue I'm having right now is I'm putting too much pressure on myself. So I'm just gonna have like a really fun time with just whatever I'm doing. But yeah, I was gonna put bows more in her braids, but I'm not gonna do that. I want something on her dress. Her dress is really boring to me, and Jess in my mind is very loud. Not loud, but like very expressive, and I think I'll just do an ombre. But yeah, she actually, I know I posted it a while ago. There it is. But I'm gonna hide that real quick. But yeah, this is like a really detailed, like half detailed, because it was a quick sketch, but I wanted to get kind of like the vibes of my characters. I knew what they looked like, I just hadn't put it down on paper. But yeah, you can kind of see what I'm talking about with like her, braid bands, and then you can kind of see what I was talking about. And she's genuinely, as I've said before, a really fun character to write because she's not afraid to call out the others in the cabin for stuff. Like, there is one point where she's confronting Casper. I can't give too much away because that is plot related, but yeah, she's just a really fun character to write because she's unapologetically herself. Yes, she deals with some of the issues that our society has, but I don't really want to put a lot of focus on it. I don't want to, I want something happy, and I don't want to put too much weight on the trauma that people of color experience, and I just want something that is respectful. And please let me know. I'll eventually get beta readers, but I definitely want to make sure I am portraying people that are different than me in a respectful tone, and just to make sure it's all fine and dandy. But yeah, I think I'm really happy with the sketch. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the line art. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do colored pencils for the coloring section because I just don't, as much as I do love my markers, they seem a little too much right now. So we're just gonna swoop the hair. And also, we're just gonna kind of section this as best I can. I should have started with the head shape. But yeah, we're just gonna kind of vibe. And obviously you notice this is different from my regular style, but that's just because I haven't actually drawn anything, like actually drawn anything in a while. So yep, we're just gonna this is gonna be super basic, and that's okay. Sometimes you just have to take a break from trying so hard and just kind of have fun again. Having fun is really important, especially in like being creative, because you have to, if you don't allow yourself to have fun, you're not going to get the product you want. You can't rush this, like, at all. Okay, there we go. But you can't, if you take the fun out of it, you're just left with something you don't want to do. And the more you don't want to do something, the more you're going to be bad at it. So sometimes, especially in anything, you have to just take a break for a second. And that's pretty much what I did. Oh, gorgeous. Okay. Okay, so we're also going to add these back in, and I think I'm going to leave one loop out of it just because it makes more sense with what I have. Ooh, excuse me. Okay. But yeah, we're just kind of get the shapes of the braids. Actually, I'm going to pull that in a little bit. I want her to feel very bubbly and fun. And kind of really get it. Okay, perfect. We're gonna kind of just give the illusion of braids just for a nice little fun, because I haven't colored anything since like the last Woodside video, honestly. And that was, I finished that drawing honestly before I went for the concert. So it's been forever, but I guess I've drawn some doodles. Like I've done a ton of nom, but that's so like simple stupid. But yeah, that's okay. I was just, sometimes taking a break is so important, just to like make sure you do not burn out. And then okay, we're just kind of, this video is pretty much just about, no, I won't do that. Well, actually I will. I lied. Jessica Now, I do want to talk about her name. Jessica is a pretty white girl name, but I want it almost to be like a juxtaposition because, well, not an exactly juxtaposition, the word I just said, but cap that. But yeah, I want her to be, is initially in the first scene, I might change it later. Oh, I'm so sorry, I forgot my camera was there. But I definitely want it to be more of a, you have a picture in your head, and then I definitely want to subvert that expectation. Because Jessica is seen as really soft and coquette, like a coquettish name. But I want her to be both really soft, but also incredibly strong. Because she's a swimmer, her muscles are really, really jacked. And actually, I'm gonna pull up my colors and then continue. But yeah, I want her to be almost, well, actually, do I want to layer that? No, I'll layer it on top. I haven't actually drawn in colored pencil since like forever, so I'm gonna actually kind of have to relearn. I think I'm going to do like my blushes and shadows on top of it, just so it also gets like an undertone of the color. But yeah, we're just gonna kind of really follow this nicely, and I'm just gonna do like a really base coloring. I'm not gonna do too much shading. I forgot her eyelashes. Yeah, it'll buff. Yeah, it's just really simple. Imagine there. Actually, I might go back and add them in again. That requires me to pull that out. Yeah, it'll buff. It'll buff. It's fine. Sometimes, yeah, I'm just gonna treat this like it comes when it comes. But yeah, I want her name to provoke like this really soft thing. And later when when she fist fights someone, it's going to change and challenge that perspective. And I do this with honestly all of my characters. Do I? Yeah. Well, I try to. It's gonna be more evident in draft 2, but draft 1 is just me getting things to paper. And then actually I'm gonna grab a pink. As soon as I find a pink. Ha ha. Magenta. You know what? It works. I'm just gonna add little bits of pink to her hair. Okay. But yeah. Just kind of add her pink. Because as much as she is strong, I do want her to, I try to write my characters like they're real. I definitely try to add like things like my readers will never know about them. And yeah, something I think that people don't know about Jess is, actually, I don't remember. But she really likes singing, and I don't think I'm going to add that just because it's something that the OGs will know. But I think I definitely will hint at it, but... And it's something that she doesn't particularly want to go into for, like, a career or anything. She just... And I don't think she actually... I'm gonna say this here. She never went to choir. She did more of like her fun sports things, but she still really enjoys singing, and she's not a professional at it. She just enjoys it, just to like. But yeah, so we're just gonna kind of vibe with what I have here. Just kind of hint. And I'm not gonna do too much for the coloring. And as you can see, I'm doing in circles just because it gets better coverage and like less streaky, and it kind of helps with like the braided effect. But yeah, she's honestly, she might be my favorite character, because as much as I do love writing Cass, and Cass is the main character of my story, I also want to make sure that all my characters get a little bit of love. And do I want to do ombre? I don't want to know. I'm gonna actually take this pink again and just like really gently do some like my normal like blushings. Okay. You know what? We're just gonna kind of ride with this one and like. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. My allergies are so bad right now. We have a lot of humidity, so it's like all in the air. And I normally do not do well with allergy season. But it's even worse now. I don't want to use silver. What is... Can I have a gray? I'm not using my nice colored pencils yet. I'm so scared to use them. Because, like, that's brown. But, I definitely want to, like... I want to give him, like, something interesting and not just, like, a get back into art piece. Do I seriously not have any grays in here? I don't think black is the move. Maybe, is this purple? If this is purple, we'll do shadows. Purple, perfect, okay. We'll do a little bit of shadowing. Like, add little bits here and there, but, eye bags. But yeah. If I could find a singular... I win. I found gray. Yay! And a really soft highlight. I'm going very light with the gray. And then, you know what? Nah, we'll use pink again. We'll just use... Let's brown. I have dog hair. It's everywhere. Nobody can ever win with dog hair. What color is this? That's the gray again. But I think I'm gonna go for a very pink and purpley tone for her dress. I like pink. Oh, pinkish. But this will do just for now. It's very like really gray toned pink. I'm not gonna do shadows for the dress just because I don't wanna. So just kind of like nice soft, just kind of an idea for things. I will definitely do a more detailed her with like the magical girl idea eventually. Just for today, it's just gonna be kind of, I really hope this blends nicely. Oh, perfect. Yeah, I just kind of want to, yeah, but a little bit more about her. She's very protective of Cass. Cass, because of how I'm writing them, is very introverted, and they just trust people. And Jess is kind of their barrier. She's the, he didn't ask for pickles person, right? That meme, yeah. And their dynamic is very much, if you know the Greek myth of like the, oh, there we go. Sorry, my wrist gave out. But the Greek myth of like soulmates, where they were split into two by Zeus because he was jealous and a little bit afraid. It's very much like one brain cell in two bodies, or one soul in two bodies. And yeah, you can see it as romantic, you can see it as platonic. Either way, like, I definitely want this story to not focus on romance, but have the possibility of romance for you fan fiction writers. But yeah. I'm not gonna do that either, but we can do that. Yeah. So, Jessica Jenkins is one of my favorite characters, and this one was really fun to draw. Just like, it's actually, oh, I forgot I did that, but actually, have I drawn her in color? Let me double check, because I don't think, I haven't drawn any of them. Yeah, I haven't drawn them in color yet. But this is really just to get an idea down for her and just kind of get back into the mood of doing artwork. So yeah, if you have any questions that I can answer at this time for Jessica Jenkins, let me know in the comments. But yeah, she is my baby girl. She's definitely the mom friend of the group, and she doesn't mind it at all. But I also don't want to like accidentally write her like a stereotype for like a mammy. Let me know if that's not a word I should use, please. Yeah, Jess is, oh, I'm forgetting highlights. We'll just do some for the eyes and like lips and nose. So nose. Eyes. If my pen's not working, I'm not gonna worry too much about it today. But yeah. We're just gonna, I'm not gonna do there. But yeah, she's honestly, she's also like based off myself with like her quote unquote parenting of like her friends. Not parenting, but just like standing up for her friends. And even though she does act like the mom of the group, she's still technically a child. I definitely want a very big theme of the book of biting off more than you can chew and being forced into a more adultier situation. Not like an adult situation, but like things that are too much even for an adult to handle. Like the main issue that the book is dealing with is very much nobody should have gone through that. And but yeah, I'm loving hating this piece, not gonna lie. And I know it's just because I know I can do better, and this was the best I could do right now. And that's okay. Sometimes you just don't feel like it. Actually, I'm gonna add her eyelashes again because like it's annoying me a little bit. So we're just gonna kind of add them with the white. Just kind of please work. As much as I do love the look of white pens, they are sometimes really difficult to use. Like you can see it's streaking. Actually, is that gonna pick up on camera? Yeah, you can see it's streaking a little bit. But yeah, I'm just gonna have to work with this. And sometimes it comes out too much. It's just kind of the game of patience with the white pen. Yes! Okay, yeah, that works. Yay! Okay, I'm liking it a little bit more. But yeah, she's my baby. They're my babies. I'm not gonna do that. I was thinking about taking my white pen and dotting, or kind of like texturing. But last time I did that took like 20 minutes, and I really don't feel like doing that again. 10 of those minutes were me trying to get the ink out. But yeah, I'm gonna actually, yeah. But so if you have any questions about Jess, I will try to answer them without giving too much of the plot away. But yeah, she is super fun. All right, my lovelies, I will see you later. Drink some water, and yeah. You know what? Yeah. Honestly, just go outside and just breathe for a second. I think we all feel too much pressure. And today, let's just take maybe 5 minutes, maybe 8 seconds, just calm down So, love you lovelies. I will see you next week.